order number as your foreign key. Okay, so sebab two tables must have linkage ya. So apa kaitan table ni? One customer can order many products. So that's why on the many side you have the foreign key. Okay, so product number in this case is primary, order is the foreign key. Okay, that is first normalization. Okay, so you tengok pula yang untuk second normalization, what you have to do, you kena pastikan, so in this table kita ada dua key order number dengan product number. So you kena pastikan every attribute ni fully dependent on both keys. Okay, so I ask you, do you need to know order number to know the quantity? Do you need both order number and product number to determine quantity? So kalau you tengok table ni, okay, so with order number and product number, you can know the quantity. Okay, sebab in different order, dia akan ada produk yang sama tapi lain pula quantity. So that's why you have to know the order number. On a particular order date, and do you know the product number, then only you know how much the customer order. Okay, so we can see that quantity is fully dependent on product number and customer number. Tapi kalau kita tengok description dia tak perlu depend on both, ya. So description hanya depend on product number. You tahu product number, you dah tahu description. You tak perlu pun order number. So you know description ni kena bawa keluar in another table. Okay, the same thing with unit price. Unit price is always the same. You don't need to know the order number. You just have to know product number. So you know that description and unit price you kena bawa keluar. Okay, so this is the new table you get. Product number, description, unit price. Why? Because these two things are fully dependent on product number. It doesn't depend on both. Okay, yang depend on both is just the quantity. Okay, and for the above one, you tak payah buat apa sebab we only have one key, which is the order number. So the customer number, name semua remain kat sini lah sebab we only have one key. Okay, ada any question tak? Can you follow? Any part yang you tak faham? I can clarify. Just drop in the chat. So for the third one, saya kata apa? Check the transitive dependency. Ada tak an attribute? What is transitive dependency? Is there any attribute that depends on a non-key? Okay, so kita check table kita. This one. Ada tak yang depend on a non-key? Key dia kat sini adalah order number. So which one depends on a non-key? So we can see here name hanya depend on customer number. Address also depend on customer number. Order date depend on order number. Okay, so therefore your table akan jadi order number, customer number, order date. Yang lain ni dua name, address, customer number ni belongs to a new table. Okay, so you get customer number, name, address. Order line kita check dia ada dua key, order number and product number, just quantity, so tak perlu buat apa-apa. You just copy. And product. Okay, product dia hanya ada satu key dan dua-dua fully dependent on this key, so you tak payah buat apa-apa. Okay, so for this question you'll get 10 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yes. So selalunya untuk soalan macam ni is a case study, bukan case study lah, structure macam ni, 10 marks. Okay, so I hope you can check yang you submit tu. And you can clarify with me part apa yang you tak faham. Okay, the next one, the next exercise apa I bagi? I think tak ada dalam ni. Okay, this one we have covered. So actually, inside the my phone. Sekejap Just a minute. Okay, the rest you can refer to the exercise 2 sambil saya buka ni. Mana saya punya screen ya? Okay, so can you see the second exercise? Tak keluar lagi Okay, I think, can you see now? Okay, okay, saya nampak yes. Okay, so this is another question untuk buat normalization. Okay, so always start analyzing the question that you get. So daripada, saya lupa nak record pula, recorder. Okay, so from this question, you analyze the table, you tengok ni bukan dalam bentuk yang even unnormalized lah. So what you have to do is actually write down again one, hurricane and so on. So bila you analyse kat sini, one project, for a particular project, there will be many staff involved. Okay, so for example, for project 1, kita ada berapa staff? 3 staff involved. Okay, and for project 2, we have 2 staff. 2 employees. Okay, so you know that you have to first you have to, for unnormalized form, you list down everything. So what will be your answer? Okay, so you list everything: project number, project name, employee number, employee name, job class, charge per hour and hours. So you list everything and you give project number maybe as the early primary key. Okay. The second normalization, sorry, that is unnormalized. So the first normalization apa you buat? Sekejap, saya type kat sini. Okay, so the first one you have project. Dalam tu you ada apa? Project number, project name, employee number, employee name, apa lagi? Job code, job class, charge per hour, then last one is hours. Okay, so this is your unnormalized. Okay, and now you go to first normalize. Okay, first normalize apa you buat? Copy this one. And now you identify which one should be in the inner bracket. So you tahu kalau you tengok gambar tadi. Okay. If you see the picture just now, you know that one project will have many employees. Okay. So you start boleh buat kat sini the inner bracket. Okay, because one project can have many employees. Okay, so you have to underline the key. So that is the key for this one will be employee number. And similarly, just now for outer is project number. Okay, next. Next, what did I ask you to do is separate this apa ni? Outer table and inner table. So you have project, and then you have the employee. So one project can have many employees. So this one will be employee number will be the primary key, and project number will be the and project number will be the foreign key. Okay, but then you have to do the other one. The other table is the one that combining both. Let's say we have what a sign. The one that combine both keys, project number and employee number. Okay, so untuk yang ni, you have to select which one of these, okay, yang fully dependent on both. Okay. So look back at the question. Sekejap So look back at the question, yang mana yang bergantung kepada both? Maksudnya you need both project number and employee number, dan tentukan apa? So you know, okay, the charge depend on apa? The charge is static ya. Kalau you tengok the charge is static, maksudnya dia hanya depend on the job class. So you tengok macam mana you nak tengok electrical engineer, for any electrical engineer job the charge is 65. Electrical engineer 65. For Comtech is 60. So you tahu charge per hour ni depends on job class. Okay, what about hours? Does hours depend on job class? No, right? Because you tengok electrical engineering 13, electrical engineering 15. So dia tak tentukan. So what you know that kalau project number, adakah project number dan employee number dia akan tentukan employee name? Is it? No, right? Yes, Daniel say no because you only need employee number, that's it, to tentukan employee name. Okay, so then we check again. Does project number and employee number tentukan job class? Really? So, kalau project number and employee number, project 101, dia akan tentukan job class? Tak. Kan? Because actually job class ni is just depending on the employee number alone. Okay? So, charge per hour, do you need both information? So you see project 1, employee number you know 101. Does these two determine the charge per hour? Yes, no. Yes, Tan say no because why? In another project, the charge is still the same. Okay, so what you know is the project number and employee number determine the hours. Yes. Sebab kalau you tahu employee number saja, you will not get the correct hours because employee number 101 here dia kerja 13 hours. Kat sini kalau you tahu 101 dia kerja 15. So which one you want to take? 13 or 15? So you need another key. So when you have a project number and employee number, you will know the correct hours. Okay, so project number 1, employee 101, the hours is 13. Tapi kalau di dalam project 2, the hours is 15. So you know these two keys determine hours. So sebab tu saya kata kena analyze table tu. This is the concept of functional dependency lah. So you know that the project number and employee number determine apa? Hours. So you take this out. Okay, so that will be 2 and F. Okay, next 3 and F. Okay, 3 and F first you copy semua dulu. So you cannot copy that lah, you tak pakai Microsoft Word dalam exam. But so apa you kena check dalam 3 and F, you check sama ada tak any attribute yang depend on a non-key. So yang ni you tak perlu check. Obviously dia hanya ada satu. So for this one, you check this one. Okay, ada tak any non-key? Ada tak any attribute yang depend on a non-key? Anyone can respond in the chat? Okay, apa transitive dependency kata ada tak any attribute yang depend on a non-key attribute? Any answer? Charge hash apa tadi? Ming cakap charge hash depends on job class. Okay. Lagi? Job class depend on what? Okay, so actually this one, the whole thing here, you can cut. So this one will become job table. Because why? If you know the job code, you will know the job class. If you know the job code, you also know the charge per hour. Okay? So this is your final 3 and F. Okay? I hope by this demonstration you can further understand your normalization concept, ya. Sekejap lagi saya share dekat ni. Apa ni? Online learning. Okay, so I've shared with you some examples dekat dalam WhatsApp. Some question for revision for your midterm. Of course, that is not covering everything, but it's just to show the kind of question that we usually ask. Okay, sekejap. Okay, let us try to discuss here. Okay, this is the concept of data and information. Okay, so dia kata apa soalan tu? Based on the contents given, enter the appropriate data and information that will be generated in the box provided. Okay, so contohnya sending parcel at post office. Apa contoh yang dikira raw data and bila you process dia jadi information. Okay, so think for a while and give me the answer in chat. Sama juga kat sini, patient medical check-up at clinic. So kalau ini scenario dia, what will be the data and bila proses jadi information? Remember ya, raw data is just data yang tak diproses, data mentah yang you masukkan dalam sistem. Tapi information bila you dah buat calculation, organize, summary, that is information. Okay, so can you give me an answer? So Daniel kata raw data nama, information recipient. Recipient tak tepat because what process do you do? Okay, so the raw data nama tu betul, tapi information tak tepat Any more answer? Akil bagi tahu shipment. Are you saying that is data ataupun information? Info. Okay. Shipment. What do you mean by shipment? Akmal kata raw data tracking number. Okay, tracking number. Info dia? I think most of you tak dapat lagi ni info. Raw data is easy Name, address. Mingger said delivery status. Okay, delivery status can be because there is some process you have to do. You have to do tracking in order to know delivery status. So yes, delivery status can be information. Lagi, I think raw data most of you get it. Name, address. Tapi information ni you belum dapat lagi. So fikir scenario tu, what kind of processing you kena buat dan dapat info apa? Okay, yes, Daniel close to it. So Daniel kata the raw data is date, and then what you can do is you do some calculation based on the postcode of the destination. You can estimate duration time. So duration, delivery duration is an information. Yes. So tadi contoh dia apa? Date send, and then you know the postcode, you will get estimated delivery duration. The estimated delivery duration is the information. Okay, contoh lagi satu, you tahu weight of the parcel, the information you can calculate the price of the shipment. Okay, sebab apa? How you calculate the price? Based on the weight and maybe based on destination also. Okay, so enough about A. Can we go to B? Scenario of B. Asyik-asyik orang yang sama je jawab, yang lain buat apa Okay, I just hope you faham lah the concept of database. I want to see more new names on the chat. Okay, so saya rasa saya dah boleh hafal lah those people yang selalu active in chat. Okay, it's always Daniel, Lokman, Minger, Tan, and so on. I cannot see another 70% of you on the chat. Okay, so question B, scenario. Patient medical checkup at clinic. What is the raw data, and if you process, what will be the information? Okay, Leong say raw data, patient number, patient name. I don't know what you say for information. Chin say raw data is name, information is treatment. Yes. Treatment you have to do some process ya, sebab you nak tahu the drugs and so on. Raw data can be a lot ya. Dia punya sugar level, the BP, temperature, name, address, blood type. Okay, so the information can be diagnosis of the disease. So bila diagnosis, you kena buat certain process. You have to run lab tests and so on. Or prescription of medication, drugs prescription or treatment. Itu adalah proses. Okay, so I hope along the way you can think of several scenarios. You PK, which one is data, which one is information. Okay, soalan nombor 2 saya tak nak sentuh. You boleh tengok dalam notes. Oh, my battery is also running low dah. Okay, next question. Revision 2. So yang mana saya tak discuss tu, please prepare your answer and you can submit after class nanti. Question 2. Describe the following activities in database design. Okay, ini semua tolong tengok balik chapter 1 part 2. Okay. To answer this question, state 2 responsibilities of data administrator. So ini pun chapter 1 early chapter. Okay, can we do this? Draw a complete entity relation diagram. Number 5, draw a complete entity ER diagram including entities with relevant attributes, relationship, and multiplicity to represent the business rule given below. A student is advised by a coordinator and a coordinator advises a group of students. Okay, tolong lukis kejap and you can send your answer in WhatsApp. Okay, make sure baca soalan tu betul-betul. Dia nak attributes, mesti ada a few examples. Relationship yang betul, nama dia. Dan multiplicity. What is multiplicity? One to one, one to many, and so on. So tolong lukis dan hantar di WhatsApp untuk kita bincang dalam WhatsApp. I give you about 2 minutes. Okay, I dapat daripada Tan Yi Cheng. The first answer, student coordinator. The relationship is advised by one student is advised by one coordinator, but one coordinator advises many students. Okay, I'll wait for a few answers and then I'll share the answer. Okay, Lim Yang Shi, kalau you jawab macam ni, you will not get full marks because you don't list the attributes. Okay, so 1 mark for correct attributes, 1 mark for correct relationship name, 1 mark for multiplicity. Okay, sambil-sambil you buat ni, okay, yang mana tak siap lagi boleh siapkan. I want to move to the next question. Can you see in the WebEx? Let me know in chat. Can you see the question? Multi-valued attribute? Okay, yes, thank you. So, please drop me your answer for this question. Dia nak apa soalan ni? Give example of each of the following terms. Okay, dia nak contoh. Contoh multi-value attributes, contoh derived attribute, contoh composite. Okay, so please drop me the answer in chat for A, B, and C. Okay, in some of the answers you bagi ni, you punya arrow bukan dalam bentuk UML. You do an arrow. It's not a UML notation. Ada yang tak ada arrow. So make sure you get the correct UML notation. Okay? So please type in the chat your answer for A, B, and C. Okay, so in all I've shared I think 6 files dalam you punya WhatsApp. Okay, if possible try to finish by the end of this class and submit. Nanti saya letak folder untuk submit. Okay, so yang mana kita dah discuss tak payah submit lah. So there's one case study. Nanti you tengok, so please try to submit Okay, so now I'm discussing, I'm moving on. Saya nak discuss attribute ni. So I get response from Akmal. Multi-valued address. Multi-valued is address. Derive is volume composite. Apa maksud ni? Country. Derive is volume, okay. Composite is country zip code. Okay, first of all, clear yourself the definition of each. Multi-value maksudnya satu attribute dia boleh ada banyak value. Can your IC be a multi-valued? Your IC number be a multi-valued? No. You only have one unique IC number. So apa yang you boleh ada multi-value? Derive pula, what is derive means you get it from somewhere and you do some calculation. Okay, composite pula is you can it is formed based on various component. So contoh composite is always address lah. Sebab apa composite adalah address? Because you have street number, you have city, you have country, you have zip code in a particular attribute. Okay, so itu adalah composite. You ada banyak pecahan. Okay. Multi-value, Edlan kata apa kat sini? Sekejap. Okay, from Edlan, A, cost taken. Cost taken multi-valued ke? Cost database you hanya ada satu cost code ya. So you tak boleh kata multi-valued. Multi-valued ni selalunya phone number. Bila phone number you ada banyak phone number. Mobile, you ada home number, you ada office number. Salary, yes, Adeline, because you do some calculation. Address, yes, correct. Address. Leong say no for IC, okay. Multi-value attribute, skills. A person can have many skills. Yeah, I can accept that. Okay, derive. Age derived from the date of birth, yes, correct. Composite, you want to name as first, okay, this is accepted. Bila you define macam tu, is accepted lah. You can break down names into first name, middle name and last name, okay. Multi-value name, can you have multi-names? I don't think so, Pitsanuk. Derive salary, yes. Composite, address, yes. Okay, so I think enough of A, B, C. For the rest, you can think of the example. Okay, nombor 7. We have covered it in earlier. Tolong tengok balik. Apa maksud fan trap? Tengok contoh dia. Fan trap ni selalunya hubungan antara entiti ada tapi tak jelas. There is a connection between the entities but the path is ambiguous. Okay, and then question 8 pun tolong tengok dalam nota balik. What is the difference between primary key and foreign key? Okay, and the next question pun tengok balik nota. Describe entity integrity in relational model. Okay, we have a few rules of integrity ya. Satu entity integrity, satu apa lagi? Relational integrity rules. So tengok all the rules balik. What else? So I want you to try to finish that question just now. Question fan trap, question entity integrity, primary key, and this question. This is about anomaly. Based on this table, you need to give examples of each. So tengok markah dia 2. So maksudnya you kena give the correct example from this table. Okay, so maybe you can submit that later. Revision 5. Identify the normal form for the table. Table tadi, table yang ada anomaly tu. Give 3 functional dependencies. Okay, apa identify the normal form ni? Maksudnya you kena bagi tahu table yang you ada sekarang ni, is it UNF, 1NF, 2NF or 3NF? Because it's just one mark. Dia nak tahu which state is the table. And you have to write 3 functional dependencies for the table just now. Okay. Yang ni tak payah buat kita tak belajar lagi. Next week kita belajar SQL. And the last one is, I tak bagi lagi satu. The last one is the case study. You kena buat ER diagram. Okay? So, try to finish that within this 1 hour. Tapi saya buka saja submission sampai pukul 2. Okay, I hope you can submit and I'll share the answer later. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Remember, Ahad is due your proposal and we'll talk about midterm nanti. Alright, so that's all for today's class. Sekejap saya share the attendance again. Okay, siapa yang dah scan, you can leave the Webex and start continuing with the exercise. You boleh tulis tangan ke apa ke, snap